by Nick Chindegraves to poke it away. Niall Crocker, the big freshman along the wall. Ingles. Now it's Ingles, that slap. Chopped in by Gordon. Shade still looking for his first collegiate goal. He almost had it last weekend versus #1 Michigan. His body's down. Chops it in. Ingles first to it. Play getting a little more rugged now here. Montez. First Strachey. Flies in across the line. Dropping to Burnside. Gordon feathers it in. Hong there rattling the boards on the forecheck. Lev Katzen trying to chase it down. He does so. Spins it over. Amin. A slap shot from.
Saved them all for the second half.
Yeah, made it to the Frozen Four for the first time ever. Breyer and Burnside nosing around on the forecheck, but it's Lawback. Out of the dust. Jackson Smith. Smith the low shot by Crespo. DeMarsico is hovering in the high slot. Smith shoots it off a stick wide. Comes down for Lawback. Good puck control here by Penn State. Looking for the deflection in front. Lawback the shot.
Get them the puck and go to the net. Thinking that's a good advice for the youngster.
Riley Thompson loses an edge. Far. 0 penalties. Shots 4-3 favoring the visitors. Galloping ahead, this is Davis. Burnside squeezing by a check. Gives to Montez. Ingles the shot knocked down in front. Penn State looking to turn up ice in a hurry. Shea Van Olm with Shade. Van Olm across to Shade. See the special team numbers? 4 for 13. The power play back in late October against Ohio State with the power play. Gavin McKenna, the forward of the point. Switching spots.
Quick passes, find that open shot guy and let it rip with the talent they have.
Marsko exploding off to the faceoff. Leaves for Fink behind the goal. McKenna on the point. Jackson Smith. They exchange spots. They do so again. Smith to McKenna. Trying to open up some seams here in the midst of a power play. One-timer. Fink scores! Aiden Fink.
Power play for Penn State.
Kudelski did say pregame that Aiden Fink's about to explode at any moment. He has the first tally tonight as it's chopped in by Riley Thompson. Sticklet. Marsico and Penn State possess off the draw. Again, the two usual up top. Gavin McKenna and Jackson Smith. McKenna's shot. McKenna. Aiden Fink inching in. Fink the shot. It's deflected wide. Drops down for Weebush. Gavin McKenna in the midst of the power play here. Aiden Fink straight away. Jackson Smith thought about it. McKenna. The low drive scores! Gavin McKenna! Only white sweaters there. Knocked away by Kudelski. Feathered in by Weebush. Lawback goes down awkwardly. DeMarsico swoops in. The point, Kudelski fires. Stopped by the stick and the rebound. Claimed by Deckut. Leaves it for Dunlap in space. Dunlap after it. Here for a second hit on a big lad, Matt Kudelski behind the goal. In the meantime, Chindegraves pass a little behind. Jackson Smith, he can't clear it as a result. McBrayer swoops in.
It's been the penalty kill that has really hurt him. Great save from Fleming.
Yeah, that's the type of save that can energize the forwards. Here's Fink. McKenna brushes it ahead. Misa shoots it up high. That's Sabo on the backhand. Gets it out to center. Looking to get those quick feet moving. Ryan Gordon to Hong. Returning to Gordon. Blind pass in front to Isley as he shoots it wide. What a setup from Ryan Gordon. Isley alone in front. Not
the answers.
This first period has had some excitement. Toronto, the Buckeyes have it off the draw, but only for a moment. Carabella secures possession right back. There's Riley Thompson using his body well, and he draws a penalty. He took a penalty earlier, so he makes amends. William Smith comes in for a look.
Back, keeps momentum on his team's side.
First power play of the evening for Ohio State. Sabo puts that one wide. Burnside, one-timer, Felix Caron. Fleming rejects that. Sabo and the Buckeyes keep possession. Good quick passing here. Carabella. Fleming, big rebound right to Carabella. Now Caron off the goalpost, and it's cleared.
Great puck movement from the Buckeyes there. Can't find the back of the net.
Burnside to Thompson. Caron creeping in, shoots, scores! Oh, Felix the Cat with DeMarsico. Couldn't make the connection. Scrambling back is Gadowski with Isley right over his shoulder. Isley steals, Isley fires, Fleming the save. Gordon a look. Yeah, Steve Rollick saying this week he wants more consistency from Felix Caron. Maybe he could learn from a guy like Jake Carabella. Go to those hard areas to pay the price. There was just a hard shot. Burnside, high shot.
Gotta love his team's reaction after getting down 2 and all the momentum on Penn State's side. They've not stopped playing and now are back in this hockey game.
Aiden Fink softens that pass. Gavin McKenna looking to go back door there for Schoen. Now in front to Schoen. That's denied. That puck. Smith holding in. Fink. Jackson Smith goes to goal. Pestered from behind by Burnside. Smith though, the big 6'4" thoroughbred, keeps it. 4:20 to go in the opening period. Deckhut, the board work for Ohio State. Turnover. There, Matson drops it down low for Nick Chindegraves, who overskates it. And if Jake Carabella, the freshman and the points leader for Ohio State, it's lifted in by Riley Thompson.
400 pounds going down there, but really good play by Thompson. Even if it doesn't work out, you put it in the referee's mind. Good hustle from number 9.
Thompson was concerned about the liney as well. He didn't want to flatten him. Power play here.
Nightmares tonight. 5 scoring chances. He's been around the puck in the net so much.
It's like he's had too much time and room for some of those chances. Here's Gordon, squeaks in. Wide as Penn State has returned to full strength. Such dogged determination there. He's relentless, Jake Carabella. Sabo angles his way in. Sabo ahead to Thompson. Nifty little play. Fink up top replacing him. Lisa looks him off. Crespo back to his usual position. Jackson Smith's blast is blocked. Now Gavin McKenna all back.
That puck is just sticking to him. There's a full lap around the ice. 29 keeps it going.
Reaching for it to DeMarsico. Quick shot. Couldn't get the rebound. He was too well tied up by Burnside. Rink wide for Lawback. Shade fans on that shot and is pushed out to center by Burnside. DeMarsico again. Trying to squeeze through the defenseman. Draws a penalty. Assisted on both goals, Smith tonight. McKenna, high shot. Sending a dart wide. Hong on his forehand. Smart play, but good hustle and range there for Smith to hold it in.
There's that length working in his favor.
Fink the forward up top with Smith. Gavin McKenna, the one-timer, scores! Redirected in front. Looks like theme I keep hearing from a lot of these players that played Canadian juniors, making the transition, the differences between the two. The defending's a lot better, especially in the Big Ten. It's harder to pick up points from the face.
You gotta just say, I'm gonna pass it off or I'm gonna chip it low. When can I take that risk? All those things come into play, and yes, when you're playing against 18, 19, 20, all the way up to 24-year-olds, the game is coming faster, and you gotta find your way through repetition.
Scramble off the face-off. Good fight for Penn State to gain possession. DeMarsico, Weebush scores! J.J. Weebush. Bodies. Sealing the wall there. Riley Thompson so effective on the forecheck. His pass takes the deflection right onto the stick of Aiden Fink. To McKenna, broken up by McGinley nicely. Thompson gives to McGinley. Breezing on through. Caron the shot. Scores! Felix Caron finds. Gadowski's pass is knocked down, but right back to Big Mac. Carter Shade in across the line, breaking. I'm in for James Hong. Hong swings it in front. Gordon in the high slot on his backhand. Shoveled down low. There's Hong. Little cycle here. Gordon couldn't get the pass. Great keep in there with the swat by Sabo, but it's only momentarily. Ben Schoen skates forward. Dropping. Van Olm scores! Shea Van Olm!
6.5 minutes of this hockey game.
I mentioned the injuries when Dane Dowiak had surgery today for Penn State. We wish him well. There's DeMarsico on the backhand. Strachey under duress. Pushed in by Penn State. McGinley back to collect. Laubach seals the wall. Fink to McKenna. Shoots! Hillebrand stopping Gavin McKenna there. McKenna and Penn State holding in. Loose puck. Aiden Fink. Gavin McKenna. He's in. Misa shoots. Scores! Misa.
Door to Luke Misa. And we've got a half dozen here with 12 minutes left in the second period.
Fifth game, 6+ goals for Penn State, and the night is still young. Now turnover, watch out, breakaway, Davis Burnside in, shoots, score!
Point of the game, had an assist on that power play goal in the first, and again, who's going to get the next one? Buckeyes score again, you get a 2-goal game, but I'm glad we're here for this. You know, hey, as a former forward, I'm here for all the goals. We've seen some really nice plays too. You know, it's not on the goalies. These guys are making some terrific plays. Penn State won from the Buckeyes.
Marsico, pass off the skate of Weebush. Turning the other way is Felix Caron. He's followed by Gudowski. McBrayer, an errant pass, and the Buckeyes will have to regroup. Sealing the wall here is Luke Nisa. Fascia. Clear it though. Gordon holding in. He has to watch it. Smith is on his tail. Good angling there by Gordon to keep the big man away from the puck. Now a turnover. Nick Chindick slides it in. Amin. Tries to go wide on William Smith. Collins back on the point. Wines fires. Hillebrand to save. Rebound directed to Deckut, who takes off with Isley. Dropping to Adam Isley. There to help keep the possession alive for Ohio State. Knifed in by Caron. Thompson there in front to Caron. Caron the drive. On the rebound, Carabella shoots it. Naz slides it wide, picking up the pieces. Crocker. Montez returning to Niall Crocker. Now on the point it goes. Takeaway, Fink. Partial breakaway. Fink shoots it wide. Collins, turnover, right to Gordon. Gordon lays it off.
Authentic pile of action there. The game is kind of slowed down now. You look at those numbers. Unbelievable sequence there. 4-2 going in Penn State's direction. But an absolute, I don't know how to describe it fully.
Van Olm and shoots, scores! Van Olm!
These are goals that will make you a goal scorer at this level.
Third game with 7+ goals. Carabella now tries to answer back. Little finesse to Thompson in. Fleming flashing the pad. Rebound goes to Felix Caron. Trying that up high shot from a tight angle. McKenna, he was the setup man in the most recent tally. Montez and Crocker looking for some separation. It's Gudowski though with it. Clears it ahead. Katzen one-on-one. Katzen from Max Montez perched along the wall will turn and fire it in. Weebush leaves for Laubach. Reeslaw back. Angles his way in. Turnover there to Dunlap. 3-on-2 here for Ohio State. Wise to Sabo. Sabo the cut, doesn't bring the puck with him. Weebush the other way. Odd man rush with DeMarsico. DeMarsico in, shoots, scores! DeMarsico does it again! More fighting left. There are 6 goals in the second period tonight. A program record for goals in any period by the Nittany Lions. Isa. Fing McKenna to disrupt things with his stick. There's Gavin McKenna, so much poise. There, it's Karan on the steal. Gives to Thompson. Strachey's shot, looking for the stick of Burnside there. Slapped in by Montez. Ingles to Burnside. Hong. Ryan Gordon. McGinley in for a look. There's Sabo to Gordon. McGinley inching in. Rejected by Fleming. Rebound drops down for Christensen. McGinley met there by Gavin McKenna. The little chip. Nick Chin to Graves now arrives on the scene. To Graves. Going for a little twirl here. Now we're releasing the shot. Shade beats Deckut to that puck. Misa already a goal tonight. Casey Amen. Knocked down there by McBrayer. Turnover. Misa broke things up. Fink turns it in. McBrayer. Carabella. A man is loose. It's Thompson. Breakaway. Goodbye. Thompson in. Fires. Back for McKenna. Couldn't accept the pass. Now Montez the other way. Burnside. Stays on the skates. Barely. Montez hurriedly back to the point. William Smith. Low shot.
Buckeyes could easily have 6 themselves. And he's really kind of been the difference in this hockey game in terms of not allowing these grade A chances to go in and kind of sink. You know, you watch this, I don't think Kevin Radler's been not good. His numbers are solid, but Josh Fleming's got a 2.16.
There's an adventure there. The Penn State possesses off the draw.
It's the theme of the night, man.
That's true. Choose your own adventure. Deckut along the wall. Dunlap.
Then you move on to the next city or the next game. Here, you are going to play this team in the same place. And a half hour earlier tomorrow night, you have another opportunity. So everything that happens in this third period is still very important to set.
Leaves it behind the goal for Misa. Gavin McKenna now arrives on the backhand, feathers it over for Collins. Side here on the Buckeyes. Free clear here for Penn State. Montez, the steal. Max Montez.
Seeing a lot of those goals scored in front of him now.
Flashing back to the 1980s.
Almost early for me too.
Here's Montez. Good gallop on the way in. Got a potential icy. We're halfway through this third period. 9-3 Penn State leading. Ryan Gordon takes it on the fly. Slides that well wide. McBrayer from the point. Dropping down here to Ryan Gordon. McGinley. Low shot. Isley takes it. Turns and fires.
Gators instead of 19. That's all they can field right now. I think that's something we haven't hit on tonight is 10 healthy forwards that Penn State has right now. They have 2 extra
at times in this third period, but they've been smart about it. Down by a ton. Here's Nick Chin to Graves, rummaging along the wall, looking for it, trying to keep Deckut at bay. Slides on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app.
Last I saw, that was Wisconsin had a 2-goal lead on the Wolverines. Playing at the Kohl Center, if that's hold up, that's a huge, would be a huge win. 4-1. That should do really good for their NPI standing. They were at 15, which is right at that border number. That's a big win for Wisconsin after they had a pretty rough stretch in the second half.
There's Josh Fleming. Gordon. Isley in front. Isley. Caron with a pair of goals on the evening. Hands off to Carabella. Shot bounding wide. Caron in behind the goal trying to set up Thompson. Carabella stumbling down there is Aiden Fink. In the meantime, Riley Thompson looks off Carabella. Fink is knocked down away from the puck. Play goes on. Burnside drives it wide. Things getting a little chippy here. 5.5 to go. Lopsided scoreline. Approach the final 5 of regulation. As you can say, the game now. Gordon ready to take off. Harassed from behind by Laubach, and that causes a turnover.
Not so, like you talked about, consistency and just caring for the puck. There's just not enough caring for the puck tonight, respecting it. The Ohio State defense against this vaunted offense.
One-timer, Jackson Smith on the rebound. It was DeMarsico in front trying to jam it in. What a keep in there by McKenna. He's got 7 points tonight.
Those decisions with a square frame of mind.
Yes, McKenna has visions of a 20-point weekend. Goodell.
16 seconds. I mean, they haven't put the other one up yet.
Just trying to break more team records here, Penn State. Smith and McKenna up top. Jackson Smith pounds it home. 10-4. Penn home there. Laubach in for a look. Navigates it back for Misa. Laubach looking high short side there, but Hillebrand had it covered. Godelski, Laubach scores! 11-4.
Couldn't have said more great things about him aside from his point production. Well, how well he's been playing a 200-foot game for Penn State. He gets a little bit of a reward for his 200-foot game.
McBrayer changing directions, bouncing wide. Roar zone having some fun here for the final minute.
Have a lead after one.
Shade a big hit there on Wise. 18 seconds to go in the game. Williams Smith, Fleming grabs it.
Penn State, number 12, 2 minutes, unsportsmanlike conduct.